Hi, in this video we're going to talk about the verb to wish in Norwegian because there are 4 different ways to use it depending on the context. The verb itself stays the same, but the way we use it changes completely. So today we're going to go in depth of the verb ØNSKE, which is to wish in Norwegian. I'm going to explain everything, give you many examples, and we're even going to use scenes from the series ØNSKE to illustrate everything that we're explaining. Maybe the first step would be to know how to conjugate it. So å ønske is a regular verb. The infinitive is å ønske. The present is jeg ønsker, so R in the end. The past is jeg ønsket. So ET, which is really regular, really common in Norwegian to have that pattern in the past. So jeg ønsket is going to be I wished. And I have wished is going to be jeg har ønsket. So for the verbs that go et in the first past, if they're regular, they're going to do the same in the second past. Okay, so the first situation is when we say I wish to do something. And this situation is going to be really easy in Norwegian because it's the same as in English. It means that you're going to say I wish, then you're going to have a verb in the infinitive form with the to in front, and then you're going to keep going with your sentence. Now, I have no idea what happened here, but I'm never giving the answer for this sentence, so I'm going to give it to you now because I think it's frustrating. We're going to say jeg ønsker å gjøre noe. So you have jeg ønsker first, then å gjøre, which is the infinitive, and then noe, something. And then suddenly, I have no idea why, but I'm just giving the translation of another sentence. So I'm leaving you with another example. So in Norwegian, I wish to travel would be jeg ønsker å reise. Jeg ønsker å reise. I wish to travel, so we have å, and then reise, which is in the infinitive because we have å in front, and we can never conjugate a verb after å. So we can replace å reise by any other verb really. If we want to say I wish to tell you something, we could say jeg ønsker å fortelle deg noe. Jeg ønsker å fortelle deg noe. I wish to tell you something. In the scene that I found in ØNSKE, the characters say, I wish to be honest with myself. So I wish to be is going to be jeg ønsker å være. And then honest with myself is going to be ærlig mot meg selv. In Norwegian, we don't say honest with myself, but towards myself. So mot means towards here. And meg selv is basically the same as in English, myself. So jeg ønsker å være ærlig mot meg selv. Jeg ønsker å være ærlig mot meg selv.
Ja, jeg har jo hatt et flott liv, altså. Ja, virkelig det. Men jeg ønsker å være ærlig mot meg selv og mot alle rundt meg den tiden jeg har igjen.
Okay. Okay, the second situation is going to be a bit more difficult, but it's not that difficult. It's to say, I wish for something. So here, it's not something that you want or hope to do, but it's something that you want or hope to get. So to wish for something. In Norwegian, in that case, we're going to use the verb ønske still, but we're going to use its reflexive form. It means that to say, for example, I wish for a new phone. Let's take this as an example. I wish for a new phone. We're going to say, I wish myself a new phone. This is how we say in Norwegian. So it doesn't mean that we wish to buy it ourselves. It really means that we wish someone else to buy it for us, but this is the way that we say it. So the verb here is going to become reflexive, and it's going to be å ønske seg, to wish oneself. This is the infinitive version for this situation. And when you say I wish myself, so I wish for something, we're going to say jeg ønsker meg. A new phone is en ny mobil. So jeg ønsker meg en ny mobil is going to be the way to say I wish for a new phone. So remember, since we have the reflexive version, we're not putting any preposition after. In English, we say I wish for, but in Norwegian, we don't need a preposition after having put the reflexive verb. Okay, so let's write down the reflexive pronoun for every subject. If you want to say I wish for, you're going to say jeg ønsker meg. You wish for, du ønsker deg. He wishes for, han ønsker seg. She wishes for, hun ønsker seg. We wish for, vi ønsker oss. You guys wish for, dere ønsker dere. And they wish for, de ønsker seg. So remember that for he, she, and they, we say ønske seg. So we go back to the infinitive form, kind of. And the reason is that if you say, for example, hun ønsker henne, which maybe some of you would think would be more logical, then we're adding a new person to the sentence and we're kind of saying like she wishes her. So she wishes someone else something. And suddenly, it doesn't really make sense anymore. We want that she wishes herself, her own person, not someone else. So in order for it to make sense, in order for it to mean that she wishes her own self something, we have to say hun ønsker seg, and not hun ønsker henne. So let's give another example. How would you say he wishes for a better life? I give you 5 seconds for you to think a bit. Han ønsker seg et bedre liv. Han ønsker seg et bedre liv. So he wishes himself, not someone else, but himself. So we're going to go with seg. Han ønsker seg et bedre liv, a better life. So he wishes for a better life. We're not having any preposition in Norwegian because the reflexive verb is enough. So we're just saying he wishes himself a better life. Now, in the scene that I chose, the person says, you cannot get everything you wish for. You as, everyone. We cannot always get everything that we wish for. And here again, I'm going to give the answer for this sentence without giving you the chance to actually guess what the sentence is. So I don't know what happened, but anyway, I'm giving you 5 seconds to try to find the sentence now. Man kan ikke få alt man ønsker seg. Man kan ikke få alt man ønsker seg. Maybe you said, du kan ikke få alt du ønsker deg, which would also be correct, like grammatically, but in the meaning of the sentence, here I'm not talking about you as a person, like the person that I'm talking to. I'm more saying like you as everyone in general, like it's not possible to always get what you want. But it's not for you specifically. It's more like for, everyone in the world. It's not always possible. We cannot always get what we want. And in those situations in Norwegian, we tend to use the word man and not du, because du would refer to that specific person that you're talking to, while here we're saying about, everyone. So man is the word that you would use in that case. And for the conjugation, we're actually using this word the same way as he or she. So that's why here, when we're using man, we're using seg when we're using a reflexive verb. Grammatically, you could also say, du kan ikke få alt du ønsker deg. This would be correct in the grammar world, but in the meaning of the sentence, once again, I'm not saying this only for you. This is not only your case. It's more something more general. So it would make more sense to use man in this sentence.
Sorry, jeg må nesten bare...
Du har litt bort fra det med lange pupper.
Ja, man kan ikke få alt man ønsker seg. Men vi ses.
Ja.
Okay, now the third situation, and this one is going to be a bit more difficult, but we're going to get through it. This situation is when you're saying, I wish I could, for example. But we can have millions of different versions. For example, I wish it was, I wish he did, they wish they were. So it's all of these situations where you're hoping for something, you're kind of like dreaming of something, but probably it's not going to happen. If I say, for example, I wish I saw my family more often, I wish I saw them more often, but it doesn't really mean that I'm going to do something about it right now. It just means that it's, a regret or a dream that I have. And I wish I saw my family more often is going to be jeg skulle ønske jeg så familien min oftere. So the way it's going to go is that you're using skulle and ønske together. You're not conjugating any of them, and you're just leaving them like that, and you're always going to use them like that. Right after, you're going to do the same as in English. You're putting a subject and a verb conjugated in the past. So in English, we say I wish I saw, and in Norwegian, we're going to say jeg skulle ønske jeg så. So it's exactly the same structure, except that we're adding a word. We're saying I would wish, kind of. But don't think about the translation. Just think that we're using skulle and ønske together. They both together mean I wish as I have a kind of dream, and we're never conjugating them. We're just leaving them like that, using them the same for every subject, and after we're putting a subject and a verb in the past. Let's make other examples. For example, they wish you could come tonight. So they wish you could come tonight. Do you want to try it? I give you 5 seconds. De skulle ønske du kunne komme I kveld. So I realized right now that we have many verbs in this sentence, but it's okay, we're going to take it together. So they wish, de skulle ønske, right? We have both skulle and ønske for these kind of sentence. And then we have you could. So, we have the verb can that's conjugated in the past. So in Norwegian, this is kunne. Så du kunne. De skulle ønske du kunne komme. So after can, we always have a verb in the infinitive again. So here it's the verb komme in Norwegian. And then tonight, I kveld. So de skulle ønske du kunne komme I kveld is going to be they wish you could come tonight. Let's make another one. How would you say she wishes she had more money? Hun skulle ønske hun hadde mer penger. Hun skulle ønske hun hadde mer penger. So again, she wishes, hun skulle ønske, we don't change it. Then she had, hun hadde. And then you keep going with the sentence, mer penger, more money. So it's really not that difficult. It's just that you have to get used to using skulle ønske and then have a subject again and a verb in the past. So I guess that it kind of requires a lot of thinking in the beginning when you learn this structure. But if you think about it, it's not that difficult. There's no crazy conjugation or anything. It's just that you need to get used to using it. In the scene that I found in Pernie says, I wish you were here with me. I wish you were here with me. So before I explain and translate, you can try to translate it. So she says, jeg skulle ønske du var her med meg. Jeg skulle ønske du var her med meg. So I wish you were. Jeg skulle ønske du var her med meg. Right?
Du skulle vært her nå. Jeg skulle bare ønske at du var her sammen med meg. Jeg savner deg veldig.
And now let's do the last situation. This one is easy. It's to say that you wish someone something. So for example, now we're kind of wishing Happy New Year to people, and you can just say Happy New Year, but we can also say I wish you a Happy New Year. And in Norwegian, it's going to be the same as in English. So we're going to say jeg ønsker deg et godt nyttår. So we're using ønske in the regular way. There's nothing special about it. And then we're just saying I wish you, or I wish her, or I wish them. So it's not like the reflexive version, because in the reflexive, you're always matching the subject and the pronoun. So for example, if you say I, you always have to have me after, or myself kind of. But here, the subject and the pronoun are two different people, because I'm wishing someone else something, right? So for example, if you say he wishes you, you're going to say han ønsker deg, or they wish her, de ønsker henne. So here we have two different people every time. For this situation, I did not find any scene, unfortunately, but I hope that wishing someone Happy New Year is a good enough example. I hope that this video was helpful, that it helped you understand a bit more how to use this verb. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And if you want to work more with me and to learn more with me, I have journals that I post every month. I'll put the link in the description. I'm talking a bit about my life, and I'm making texts and audio files and exercises and everything you need really to learn Norwegian a bit more naturally and with natural and everyday life topics. So yeah, just check it out if you want. I made a video where I explain everything about those journals as well. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I'll talk to you soon in a new video.